All right, this is the Best Experience with your host Nick Best and the Angry Dad.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. But we are live. Well, not live, but we're in California. He's at my house in Fairfield, California. And so before we get into today's podcast, I'd like to thank our podcast sponsors, Barbell Apparel. Look, a premium athletic wear, performance tailored fit for an athletic body type. Evolution Athletics, supportive gear company owned by Brian Shaw, 4-time world's strongest man and strongest man on earth. We believe in all athletes and supporting their journey towards greatness. We got Iced Up Industries, the best cold plunges in the business for the best prices. So guess what? If you want to get your cold plunge on, you want to get your hot tub on, you can get it at Iced Up Industries. You get $50 off with code BEST at checkout.
Quit taking ibuprofen.
That's
Take a
it.
nice bath.
Use the links. It really helps us out, and we appreciate it. With that being said, tomorrow, when this comes out, the seminar is going to have already passed because we're doing the Strongman seminar in Sacramento, California.
Yeah. Untamed
Strength. It's a real nice gym. So if you're in that area, in the Sacramento area, make sure you guys go check it out.
It's a little better than nice. It's badass.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's high quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
you can train anything.
Yeah. No, they have strength equipment, strongman equipment, powerlifting equipment. Plenty of racks, plenty of platforms, and they actually have what you need there for any capacity of training. They even have a car deadlift in the back and finger fingers.
Yeah, and a Hercules hold too, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's pretty badass.
Oh yeah, so that seminar is going to be pretty fun tomorrow. So for those who were there, thank you for showing up. For those who couldn't make it, always next time. So before we get into anything else, really. We have two big announcements. The world's strongest man. Yeah.
You're pregnant?
9 months.
Okay.
World's strongest man has announced its time and location. So we're heading back to Myrtle Beach, and that is May 1st to the 5th.
Oh.
So, it was beautiful last year. It was great. It was a little hectic because we had the ladder fiasco and it wasn't a fiasco. It's just
it wasn't a fiasco.
No one was
realized
prepared.
How many people are going to show up?
Especially Myrtle Beach, because it's a vacation town. So guess what? You're getting to have a vacation time, beach time, the boardwalk time, and World's Strongest Man happening all in between.
Yeah,
so real nice.
So far ahead of time, people could take vacation. So
yeah,
it really made a difference, and they're doing the same thing again. It's pretty much going to be at the same venue, I think, is what they said.
Yeah.
And they're going to have bleachers this time.
Yeah, it's surrounding it.
Bigger.
One platform this time.
Yeah, instead of two. So that'll be really cool with the back of it being open.
Yeah.
So people can still watch. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very cool. I just wonder how they're going to do the VIP this year, because typically the VIP is always in the middle. And so you can see from side, maybe that open side that they had shown, maybe it was just a rendering. That they'll have the VIP and then the sections for seatings for everybody, or maybe just the VIP sitting section area and the VIP off to the side. Because that beach area was pretty large last year. They have a lot of room.
I'm sure they're probably still, if they do a truck pull or anything like that, a bus pull or whatever, I'm sure that'll still be on the street.
Oh yeah, 100%. It ain't happening on sand.
Not so much.
And for those going to be there, please sunscreen Nick, sunscreen me, sunscreen. You know what I'm saying? No burning, because a couple of us don't have that much hair, and
melanoma is bad.
You know what I'm saying? Very bad, very bad. So we're definitely looking at a World's Strongest Man. If you're listening, make sure you invite us. Make sure that we come. Make sure that Nick does his magical things that he does in the VIP.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're going back there. That was fantastic. I like the fact that they're putting in seating and stuff like that. That's really going to be neat. Just can't wait to see this go down. It's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely fun. Like I said, last time, oh my God, it was, and the thing too about it is that extra day off, because like you're going to get 3 days of qualifiers or 4 days of qualifiers.
No, it's a 4-day event.
Yeah. So, but you always get the remember they gave us that Friday off before the finals.
There's 2 days of qualifying, 3 events one day, 3 events the next day, 1 day off. 3 events for the finals and 3 events the next day for the finals.
Exactly.
It's in 5 days.
Yeah, so 5 days. So be prepared. It's a lot. It's a lot. We had a lot of fun. But that day off gave us an opportunity to train, hang out, do things. You know what I'm saying? Play around and make a lot of content.
Go do some squats.
You know what I'm saying? Lots of squats.
So,
We will be at the Pump House because that seemed to
mhm.
be the gym. We also went
Yeah,
to
that was
Next
fun.
Level last year too,
Yeah.
and it was a cool gym. But the Pump House, I like. That's more of my style of gym.
Mm.
Heavy equipment, heavy weights. And just the atmosphere alone.
Yeah, both were really nice gyms, but Pump House is a little bit more designed for me to squat heavier in.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
just a little bit more design. And what's his name again? The guy, the bench who owns it.
Oh, you're gonna have to cut this.
Nah, I'll cut it. We'll remember. Like I said, he was a big dude, and goddamn it, he lifted hard.
You're killing me, Peter Smalls.
you
I'm getting older, so I don't remember things as well as you used to.
know, it goes like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But with that being said, with that being announced, also too the announcement of the events at the Arnold. So you're gonna get the Arnold a few months before World's Strongest Man, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty back to back.
Yeah, I mean, the Arnold, I believe, is in March.
Yeah.
And then, so you got Hooper, Mateus, Tom Stoltman, Evan Singleton, Maxime, Thomas Evans, Bobby Thompson, Novikov, Thor, Martins.
Yeah, Martins
He's
is back.
He's back.
He's back.
Oscar, I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. My apologies. And so that's going to be a fun show. There's 11 guys this time.
Yeah, 11 guys.
So that it should be good to see. It's going to be the elephant bar deadlift. That'll end up being a max deadlift.
Mhm.
I know the frame will be 880.
Yeah.
Because I've already heard that, and that'll be the usual thing. Except I think it's going individually this time.
Okay.
So, but it
ramp style.
Could be ramp style. They could be going in pairs, but I think it's individually, which would be cool. The Denny Stone carry. I don't know. I'd rather see the bell toad in there. It's supposed to be a heavy contest, and you just did a frame.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't make those decisions, so that's what they're going with.
Exactly.
A Pons wheel, that's a good overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's for reps or max, we'll see. I haven't heard either way.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
That'll be a good one because it's going to get pretty heavy. It should be well over 400 pounds, probably 440, 450. And then stone medley.
Yeah.
Which that should be pretty interesting.
That's always good. The stones are always good, especially seeing what the weights are going to be for the stones.
Well, and what their medley is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's going to be, smaller stones or what, and carrying them and then cleaning the tombstone, or what they're going to do with it. That should be interesting. Yeah. Me personally, I would like to see the classic stone over bar come back.
Yeah. Hey, I was just thinking, I was like, when are they going to bring the stone over bar? Because goddamn, that's a hell of an event.
Technically, that event should never came out.
Yeah.
Because
it's a breaker.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
And it's a great event. It also separates the men from the boys, and you got to put a lot of effort in to get that thing off the ground.
Oh yeah, too. Oh yeah. And we tell you right now, last year, World's Strongest Man, Brian's last event, they did stone over bar, and goddamn it, he had to go against somebody who was just a beast. He just won the Masters.
Yeah.
So it's like, how many did they go? Like
Ronald can almost deadlift 1,100 pounds.
Yeah.
So it was. Brian's better at the stones than probably everybody, even Tom. I mean, Tom's like unbelievably good at the stones too. So those two are probably the best two guys in the world at stones, especially heavy ones. But I think they got up to like 11 reps or something.
Yeah, I was thinking 12. I was like, because it was just ungodly that they had to do that much, because, it's World's Strongest Man. So it's full throttle, dump the clip. Everything goes.
Blow out your talent so they can't perform.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, man, two beasts of a man to go back to back like that. And like I said, Brian still won, but how many reps it took to get there was insane.
Yeah. So I think that should be back in the Arnold.
100%.
I would think the 600-pound record that's there would fall if they did that, either to a max stone or just have the heavy stone like they used to, set it at like 610 or something.
Yeah.
So you break a record and don't slaughter it, and then set the next one at like 540 or something.
Yeah.
Because almost all the guys at that level should be able to get something pretty close to that. Maybe even like drop down to like 530 or something like that. Because it's 48 inches or 49 inches. So it's not super high that you got to lean back.
So even with that, Nick, Like, what's the biggest mistake on stone over bar that people make? You know what I'm saying? Because like you know, it's a lot of technique to grab, it's a lot of technique to lift, but you know, there's a lot of factors that come into play for stone over bar. What's like the biggest thing that you always see people falling short on?
Biggest mistake on stone over bar you're going to make is probably the guy's not being close enough to the bar.
Yeah.
And have to go forwards with the stone when it's a super heavy stone like that. It makes it nearly impossible unless you're like 6'5" or over and can lean forwards, and that lean you'll still clear the bar. But other than that, I mean, biggest mistake I see a guy's not being close enough to the bar.
Yeah.
Or picking the wrong tacky, which that's hard to do in Columbus because it's actually really cool in there.
Yeah.
So whatever tacky you're going to use, it's going to stick pretty good. You don't have to worry about it getting hot and slippery or anything like that.
Yeah.
Everything sticks to the stone there.
Yeah, everything.
So you know, and any of the tacky that's super strong, won't break up enough to spread because it's
so
cold. So I you know, everything else will pretty much stick to it like glue. So that part's great. It's like, you know, you're not going to slide very much. So that part's awesome.
That's good. You know, with the Apollo wheel, you don't get to see it very often in many of the events. Have you ever had an opportunity to actually use it?
Yep. I did. You clean it, couldn't press it. It was heavy. So I think the heavy one that year was like 414 or something, and the light one was like either 380 something or 390.
Yeah.
And I was able to clean it and get points because you still at the Arnold, if you clean it, you get a point.
Yeah.
But it's you know, I just couldn't press them. I wasn't the greatest presser.
Yeah. Well,
so,
you know,
that's still neat to do. I got to use them. It's a beautiful implement. It's neat.
Yeah. It like wasn't it all polished the last time I seen it was like all polished steel.
Well, yeah, it's almost like stainless steel.
Yeah, pretty nice. It's really that's what I love too. Is like a lot of times, like we were talking about this not that long ago, where and I think we were actually talking this about with Phil Pfister when we were down in you know, OSG that just happened.
Right.
He was talking about like it needs to the implement or the lifts need to be unimaginable. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have that bravado, that style, that like this is insane because like. A lot of times people, you see weights, but there's no comprehension on like, you know, that's 900 pounds.
Well, that's what was cool about the Hummer tire deadlift when we did it, because there's Hummer tires on there.
Yeah.
So the Hummer tires look heavy as heck, and the Hummer tires are like 135 pounds a piece. So yeah, it's heavy and it looks heavy. So it's different when you put plates on the bar.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the Arnold is those that have the really thick plates. So they go
way
out on
out
the side
there,
of the bar, and it still looks like a spectacle.
Yeah, and it's an elephant deadlift that we're talking about right there because it's gonna that thing whips.
Yeah,
that thing whips.
Mess some guys up a little bit. So,
is it gonna be like messing up on the approach of like they need to keep it static, or is it gonna help them to roll it in and lift? Because a lot of people that's a lot of technique.
That won't make a difference.
Won't make a difference?
No, that part won't make a difference. The difference will be is exploding into the bar. You're gonna have some guys that are exploding into the bar, and you're gonna have some guys that pull slow. Most of the time, when the guys pull slow and know it's gonna be a 7-8 second pull when it gets up to their max, they're going to be successful with it.
Yeah.
The guys that pull fast might get their openers and stuff like that, but when it gets really heavy, the whip is going to throw them off and it'll put them out of position and won't be able to lock it out.
There you go. There you go. So pay attention to that when you guys are watching the live stream or if you're there live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, with those events talking about, let's actually cover a little bit of OSG.
Well, you got Thor who just came back and said he might hit it. He hinted at setting a new record with that thing.
Yeah.
So that'll be kind of interesting, especially kind of how fast
he's coming back.
He's coming back to it. But then again, he already trained and got ready for a powerlifting meet.
Yep.
So he should be pretty well ready by the time he comes back. But setting a new record with that, because he pulled 1,047 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's saying something right there.
That is saying something. And he's actually doing both the US and the UK.
Right. So week after week.
Yeah.
So does he use one for like a
tune-up?
training week the week before and go in,
Yeah.
because you usually don't want to beat on yourself that bad going into something like this, because the prize money is vastly different between the two.
Exactly.
You want to place as high as you can at the big Arnold, because it's financially a lot better to do that.
Exactly. And and here's the thought process on this: with him already being a World's Strongest Man winner, him doing these two shows, is there a possibility that there might be a special invite? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a past winner, sometimes
to where Worlds,
yeah,
he's a former champion. If he's in shape,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's
no
special.
He's a former champion.
Okay.
If you're in shape,
and
you're a former champion. It's an automatic invite.
There we go.
Colin already said that last year.
Yeah, there it is. And what I'm saying? That I'm just doing two shows like this back to back, and like I said, one a tune up, one a what's called. But what if he's doing two a tune up, and then because Worlds is not that far away from it.
Right. Yeah, because May 1st is not that much of a break. But if you're in shape and you don't get hurt, then you take a week rest and then start mapping out what you're going to do for Worlds and get ready.
And we still haven't had an event talk yet about Worlds yet, so that hasn't even come close to even crossing anything yet. So
and then you're still going to have 12 events there, though.
Yeah.
So basically, you got 6 events, a day off, and then 6 more events.
Exactly.
You guys make the finals.
You know what I'm saying? And with Brian retiring, how much does it really open for everyone looking towards Worlds? You know what I'm saying? Because like Brian's always that it factor when Worlds is coming, because like it's any given day that anybody can win and have a great day and a bad day. But like Brian looming over everybody, that's a big shadow to have to work within.
Yeah, I think with Brian being out of it now, it's going to provide more opportunity, because somebody else will make it into the finals that didn't make it in. I mean, he made more finals in a row than anyone.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. So somebody new that didn't make it last year, or it's just going to make it that much easier for another different person to get into the finals.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good. All right, well, let's step into OSG. Man, what a weekend. Man, like I have never eaten that much chili. Me too.
Hooper got out of jail.
You know what I'm saying? he was released on his own on good behavior.
Yeah, after about 30 seconds after the draft. But it was still funny. It was a good time.
Oh yeah. I've never eaten that much chilies in my entire life. I was just having a conversation with Kristen about that. Like, I think I've eaten chilies more times than I've ever want to eat again.
So, like, it was easy just to walk through the mall, and there was a Chili's in there that had pretty solid food. So we ate a lot of meals there. So while we were there, but it was good. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of events. The final count was 375 competitors. Good God. Like, first day
12 classes, though.
12 classes, exactly. And that's men and women. And like I said, the first day was a little rough. And and when I mean rough, just long. Just long. Yeah, exactly. Everything went as smoothly as it was going to go.
Yeah.
But it was just long. You know what I'm saying? With that many competitors hitting, like there's going to be injuries. There's going to be things like that where it's going to, bring down the pack. But at the same time, it was a hell of an event. The stand and submit melody. Whoo, man, it really put people through the ringer.
Well, that yoke really showed you why strongman, you have to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
So you, like the people that do a lot of Olympic lifting and stuff like that, could do their thing on the first two, because you can still jerk a dumbbell.
Yeah.
And then the first one,
the wheels
with the regular bar on it. But when you got to the axle, especially the anchor axle,
ooh.
Because people were used to like putting weight into it and then coming up underneath it.
Yeah.
Where the regular yoke, it's not going to rock forwards or backwards.
Yeah.
And all that kinetic energy was stored into the anchor when it bent forwards, and they picked it up and it would swing out.
Yep.
And I mean,
and you saw it consistently.
Yeah. And the guys that would hold and like wait for it to stop swinging before they pressed it, held it so long, you lose your tightness, or they just held it too long because of time under tension.
Yeah. And the other part too is like, the people who figured out it needs to be a strict press, those are the people that nailed it.
Yeah, but most of these coaches aren't coaching people with strict press.
Yep.
They're Olympic. A lot of them have CrossFit.
Yeah, push press,
lifting backgrounds, and they don't really have their people do a lot of strict pressing. But the moment you knew there was a block in there, they should have been strict pressing.
Yeah, and that block was brutal too because not very many people nailed it.
Well, not that many people got to.
Yeah,
either,
exactly.
So.
Yeah, that anchor yoke definitely messed everybody up. So that was a hell of a day.
It was still fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely fun to watch.
You know, the guys who got too fast, or the guys that there were still guys that jerked that axe. Or the yoke.
Yeah, there was people like said the sheer strength it takes to do that.
But the people that did it that were super fast, that like I don't know, seemed they were great overhead pressers anyway.
Yeah.
As far as the jerk go, there's a handful of them, probably 5 or 6 that just smashed right on through it. But you can see them struggling to catch their balance and put their legs back together and stand there upright with it.
Because that split couldn't be there. You had to feet shoulder width apart, straight together, parallel
when you finish. So, and then people bring the block up, they set it on their chest, they reach down, they press it off. And that's going to be all strict pressing. And people still try to use their legs a little bit, but it was kind of awkward.
Yeah, because it's the bend. It's that bend that people are using. There's only like 2 or 3 people that I saw do the flip trick that you were talking about, where you're like hand like here, and then and then there was no need to bend. It was just a straight press.
I mean, you hold it in a way where one's in the corner and the other one's kind of like on the side, and you catch it on your belt, and you throw it up in the air, and as it rotates, you just move one hand down and catch it in the middle, and then this one is already in the middle. So you move it up and catch it here, and then this one comes down and catch it here. And you end up catching it about chin level, and then it's not so bad to press it from there. So.
Exactly.
But it takes a lot of practice. And if you're not used to it, I would be in the back. I probably would have warmed up specifically and only with that implement to figure out how to clean it there at a lighter weight, because the light weights in the back were a little bit lighter.
Exactly.
Learn how to do it, like adapt to it the best there. I mean, remember, you want to keep things as close to training as possible, but if you can't adapt to small changes or big changes, just changes that are going to be in the contest, you're in the wrong sport.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you're going to run as nobody expected that anchor yoke.
Yeah. That was the key. That was the it factor there.
The people that could adapt to that while there were the most successful with it.
That's it. And then, man, that frame was brutal. Sticks and stones.
The frame was easy.
Well, let me tell you right now. People were struggling, and that's the thing too. Is like the frame was heavy enough to where the women's frame and the men's frame, it was just enough to really decide who's the leaders in these packs.
Oh yeah, it tested their grip strength.
Oh yeah, big time.
The guys who had good grip strength flew through it, and then those who got to the Denny stones, you could figure out how to walk, or not the Denny stones, but the
nickel stones,
mock-up of the nickel stones.
Yeah.
When you got to them, if you could figure out how to walk with those, they did pretty darn well.
Pretty darn well. And we had the world's strongest helper, Mitchell Hooper, pushing. He jumped in, and everyone really did take notice. You know what I'm saying? And that was a hell of a first day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable first day. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. And then we had what was second day? It was the carry and drag.
The deadlift medley.
Yeah, deadlift melody. That, and you know what?
Medley.
Medley. Yeah. So the deadlift medley went really good. People did extremely well. There was a lot less people hitting the max than I thought there was going to be.
Well, I mean, in the men's open, it was 855.
Yeah, 855. Yeah.
Reps. So it's gonna be pretty serious. Even the 815 was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So it was good. A couple guys pulled it.
Yeah.
So more power to them, and it was pretty impressive to watch. But the strategy and stuff that really came into play. I mean, if you got a decent grip, you go through 3 or 4 fast, that's going to be good points.
Yeah, real good.
And a lot of guys do that, especially 4. If you can get to 4 fast, it's going to be good points. Like in all the classes, 4 fast was good points.
That's it.
So, and those who, mess around and use the figure 8s or use straps, it would take a little bit longer to get set up with those. So.
Yeah, it definitely did. And it was a great event to watch. It's always a good event to watch. But man, the Go Ruck survival.
Yeah, with
and that's when the world's strongest helper, the best helper, the best helper came in because Nick worked his ass off the second day because
I worked pretty. I mean, it was good. It was fun to do. I mean, it's fun helping everybody. And I mean, it was 375, ruck packs.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I, try to carry them in 2 at a time, so it wasn't too bad. And we had help. And
Yeah.
there was about 5 or 6 of us back there that put them on all the competitors. But it was an interesting event because normally when you do a medley like that, a carry and drag, the carry is the easy part, and the drag, especially in the lighter weight classes, your feet can't get hooked up to the floor and you can't drag it back. This was quite the opposite. If you got to the drag, it wasn't that bad because all that extra weight on your back, and you could just lean back, and it was back further. So it really made the lean back a whole heck of a lot easier.
Yeah.
It made the drags. The people that got to the drags most of the time finished. So that was kind of cool. The hard part was getting to the drag.
Oh yeah, and too, you got to remember the carry part was it was I can't remember the name of the company, or was it Go Ruck that made them? So they were sandstones. So it was a bag full around like an Atlas stone, but it was a bag.
Yeah, it was a bag sphere.
A bag sphere, and then yeah, that's it. And man, people put some more serious work into getting those things over there because it really defined the pack on that one too, like it being the last event too.
And it also changed some things because like normally I don't see making events harder than they have to be. I would have wore like a lever belt, left it loose, and then catch part of the both the bags on the belt to make it to where I could breathe and move faster and put the weight on my hips instead of on my abdomen as I'm running with it, and then throw them into the back of the sled, because if you put them in the front digs in, it makes it harder to pull.
Yeah.
If you throw them in the back, the front comes up a little easier, it's easier to pull. But I don't know if you could wear the belt on those because getting them buckled was not that easy.
No, definitely, yeah. Like, and you could see a lot of people were just having a hard time with that Go Ruck because it definitely added to the carry, not the drag. The drag had assisted with the carry.
A couple people kind of went over the but it was a great event. It tested what it needed to test.
It was. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a spectacle to watch, and so it's just one of those things.
Lynn, I think if you do that again, which I definitely recommend, maybe we hang cables from the up part and just hook the bags onto them, and the guys can walk into them that way. The idea of the side with them coming up to the sitting in the chairs was good.
Yeah.
But the other part, it was just a little too high. I think we could adjust the.
Well, I'll tell you right now, like even like a coat rack system where it's just like a little triangle E with, like you said, a cable, and you hook it on there, and then they just slip on, and you just unclip it.
A railing that's into the concrete.
Yeah, exactly.
You just hang
just like
down,
that.
put them on a hook and just unhook them when they're in.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. And then finals was fun as hell. Like we had sandbag
toss.
That's it. And then stones and sandbag. I was sometimes when you watch events and you're watching like clips and stuff like that, the sandbags just go over so easily. But man, when you got to do 5 bags, it was 6 bags.
6 bags.
Yeah, it was 6 bags, and man, that 6 bag for everybody was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? And for each division, it compressed.
Not for everybody. There were a couple people that like
nailed it. That like launched them into the atmosphere. The things damn near hit the ceiling. But for those who didn't really practice it or train it, or just didn't have the
Johan and Renault in the Master, just flew for it. 17 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. But some people, that last one. And that's the thing about strongman too, is like you got to be ready for those kind of events, have that kind of strategy. And like I said, some of them were going through fast, and then when you got that last one, like
or Kiki, Kiki did something different than what everybody else did. She picked up 2 at a time, dropped one, threw it, picked up the other one, and threw it.
Yep.
And she had a great time.
Yep.
So it was pretty neat. The strategies that people come up with are really interesting.
Exactly. And when it comes to stones, and it's always had, you got to be prepared because we were just talking about stones, stone medley, stone over bar, having the right tacky, having the thing. But the thing too is just being prepared to actually just place the stones on the top, because like we had an unfortunate event where someone nailed all the stones but didn't take their hands off. Oh,
he got
yeah.
Leaned on the stone.
He was so exhausted from what he did. Get off.
Everybody's yelling and take his hands up.
Yeah. He did it though. Don't get me wrong, but unfortunately, there's a time limit.
Well, they'll give him 5 stones in 59.99 seconds.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, he finished them.
Yeah,
he just the clock didn't stop.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, that's it. But like I said, and then and then even after that, like after OSG was done and we were getting ready to go home, Phil Pfister ended up coming to get us, and we went to have lunch and then went straight to the YMCA gym.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Phil is definitely a character. Phil is definitely, still a strongman champion at heart.
Well, he's still world's strongest man.
Yeah,
you can never take that
nothing.
And he's still a great dude. So that was a lot of fun. I mean, we had a good time. Got to coach some of the younger guys, and then even show Phil a different way how to do turns in the farmer's walk. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was neat because that was the gym he trained in for World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
So it was kind of neat and special being in there. So really,
exactly,
kind of neat doing a piece of history. And then we had Ode in there too.
Yeah, exactly. We got to hang out with some of the greatest people in the industry. So that's something that's just nice. And Lynn, thank you for inviting us.
And
Thank
Trey.
you.
Yeah,
and
thank
Trey.
you,
Yeah, exactly. Trey, he's getting better. And he was. If you go back and watch the actual YouTube video that we put up for Trey was shoulder pressing a circus bell on his knee with his bad leg. With one leg. I'm like, Trey, why? He's like, I'm just trying to show you guys.
Well, Trey is ungodly strong in overhead press.
Exactly.
So I don't think that was anything that was going to put a strain on Trey.
No. There's a reason why he's the big thicket.
Yeah, definitely the big thicket.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it was a great weekend. Plane ride. We got home late. It's just how it goes sometimes. That's traveling. When you're huge, like because we left Charleston to Chicago. There was so much mass on that plane. A lot of people were, that didn't know what OSG was going on, were a little worried. They were like, "What is going on?"
We were over the weight limit just on human bodies.
Just on human bodies. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's just like, what is going on? Yeah. We're in this tiny, tiny plane, and everyone's like,
there had to be at least 9 or 10 of us, maybe over 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, easily.
At least
easily, at the minimum that many, because everyone was leaving. You know what I'm saying? A lot of strongman competitors, a lot of big boys, and everybody, all the equipment. It was a little rough, but we made it.
Yeah. No, it was fun.
Yeah, can't wait for next year.
I know.
I know. Big surprises.
Well,
we can't spoil the surprise if you're wondering. So too bad. You know what I'm saying? But just understand it'll be a big surprise, and I can't wait. We can talk about it, but it's mum's the word. Lips are sealed.
But Liz, if you see this, we need to talk. And you're the only one who's going to know what this is.
Exactly. Well, Nick, this was a great episode. We covered quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Well, let these people know what they need to know.
What's up? Oh, if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, train hard, train smart, and be the best you can be.